Welcome Aquarius, this is your August 2025 reading. So for you, we have the transits listed and we're going to focus in on the full moon in your sign of Aquarius on August 9th, highlighting your spiritual growth and development. So you're shining brightly, your unique ideas and collective purpose are going to be amplified at this time. So share your vision. You can host a live meditation, an intention call, or just community brainstorming, getting together, connecting with each other. Let's see what else will be the focus for Aquarius this month. We have the Hermit. Okay. So you may be finding time to self-reflect, to seek clarity, to rest, replenish your soul, replenish yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. You may also be feeling a little more connected or wanting to connect more deeply with your intuition, with source, with your guides, with your higher self. I feel like this is really speaking to the lovers here that's coming out, because I'm seeing more of a merging of the ego and the higher self here, and you focusing on that and reflecting on your life experiences and things that are going on in your environment around you, and wishing and wanting for clarity, for truth, for things to work themselves out in a way. So it's like you may have some things that you're working through or working on, and you're wanting to see them come to fruition here. So I'm going to look at challenges here. Okay, so it could quite literally be your finances in some way, or just particular ways of thinking, thoughts, beliefs, values that you may hold, like organizations that have particular writing structures, requirements that you feel like are no longer aligned with who you authentically are. So it's really in your mind at this time, you sort of working through that process. I do feel like there may have been some untruths here, and that could be in any component, in any aspect that you're applying this to, that are not aligned with you, because they're false beliefs, false expectations, false requirements of who you are and how you should be and what you should subscribe to. And you are working through that process of letting those things go and healing yourself and recognizing that you are whole and complete as you are right now at this very moment. And again, allowing those things and anything that makes you feel otherwise to be released. We also have the Five of Swords here, so you are definitely seeking that clarity here, and there may be some areas where you do have some contrast, where there's resistance or differences of opinions and ideas and beliefs even. Okay, so this may be with particular, and I'm not going to actually call these individual soul family. It may be with your real family, your blood family, your individuals that are in your close environment that are like family, or it could be, again, just any organizational structures that you subscribe to and that you are around, like those individuals there. So notice very clearly, I'm not saying soul family here. All right, so let's look at your underlying worries and beliefs here. So you just want to be fulfilled, blissful, happy, content, and enjoying life and loving life, and just being who you are and expressing yourself in the way that you feel best doing and that makes you feel good. That's really what you're seeking here. It's that wisdom, clarity, fulfillment. Ah, wonderful. So we also have the Queen of Swords here. So seeking clarity as well, and I feel like I said that here, but we do have clarity and fulfillment is what you're seeking, what you're working toward. And you may feel a little like, so you just want to be in that space where you're exploring your passions and you're living your dream life, essentially, is what I'm seeing here. These are all things that you're working toward, that you are desiring for yourself. Let's look at your beliefs here. Okay, so for some reason there is a little bit of a disconnect between what you're desiring and what you believe that you can achieve, or the place you believe you're at right now at this point in time. So I see the resistance. We see your dreams, your goals, your desires here to have that fulfillment emotionally, physically, mentally. And then we do see that disconnect there where for some reason, and this could even be your underlying in your subconscious area, that you're not believing that you're worthy, or there may be particular things that are not true about you that you are working to uncover, or that you're realizing that is part of why you're not totally at that pinnacle, or you're not farther along or advanced more along your path than you are. Okay, so that's at least you sort of coming into that understanding and acknowledging that, like, yes, I am putting in the work, although there is more work to do. Let's see your approach here. Wonderful. So you are absolutely open to closing chapters and opening new chapters. You're open to those new beginnings. You're open to releasing. Being open to it is part of the process. It's a step in the process, even though there's a little more to that. That may be a struggle for you, but you're at least open to it and you're working on it. And some of you are beyond that, where you have let it go. And you are in that space where you're working toward that fulfillment and focus on the things that you prefer and the experience that you prefer, as opposed to what you don't. And you are releasing those burdens, or you've released those burdens. So I'm seeing like individuals in different places along their journey here. And there's no right or wrong place to be. It's just that some of you are a little further along than others. But we are seeing like that full evolution here. So if you don't feel like you're as far as this space where you've let go of those burdens, you've let go of the teachings that are not true, you're more connected with your authentic self and that version of you, and you're allowing yourself to be divinely guided, then you know you're a little further along than the path. Others of you, that's what you have to look forward to, the beauty of what's coming towards you. So let's look at your external environment here. So we do have the Ace of Coins. So some of you may struggle with materialism and kind of spiritual growth and development, which I feel like we all do at times, especially lightworker starseeds. So some of us may have like just that desire to be in the world and to experience the world and experience its beauty and be luxurious and, lavish and have all those things because we deserve them and we have them anyway. And then, there are times when there is more of a focus on spiritual growth and development and being able to manage with less and be a minimalist and not be concerned about the materialism of the world. So neither is wrong or right. It's just a matter of you being able to balance both of those worlds. And I see here that that is something that is in your environment. So you are just working towards that balance, or you are balancing that very well at this point. Okay. So what else? Let's look at what else. Wonderful. So we have opportunity, we have blessings, and we also have you working through any setbacks and outcomes, and the ultimate result is you working towards a fulfilling life where you do have a happy, healthy relationship with your partner and home environment here. And we're not necessarily talking about love and relationships, but I'm just saying in the family unit here, regardless of what we're speaking about, relationships, spirituality, career, this is you being able to manage those areas to the best of your ability here on a high frequency is what I'm seeing here. All right. And then I also see that your partner is open to that and right with you on that page, because more in the external environment, you're being met with that love, you're being met with that patience and with that same drive and focus and motivation that you have to grow and to expand and to increase your wisdom and knowledge. We also have the Nine of Wands here, and you may encounter some setbacks. You may encounter even some resistance here as you are trying to grow and expand. But just know that you have to keep going. You must keep going. So that is the strongest message that I'm hearing here. You look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. So there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't work through. There's nothing you can't persevere through. So keep going. Keep trying. It's like you've tried so many times. You even feel like you've let go of things and you're still trying, and you still may not feel like you're aware or as far as you need to be at this point in time. But says who? Says who? Says you. And the higher version of you, if you let go of the ego, is like, you are perfect. You are right where you're supposed to be. Okay, so that is what I'm hearing. So, excuse me, no judgments on yourself, no putting yourself down. This just is about you allowing life to flow through you and allowing yourself to enjoy the ride as a part of the process here. Enjoy the journey. All right, so let's get some oracles. Where do you want to go? Let's go here. Get a couple oracles. If all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. And that is such a great message, because this is about you appreciating the little things. And I just said appreciate how far you've come and be proud of that. And know that your journey is not over. You have much more to do. But again, celebrate how far you've come and celebrate who you are at this time and in this moment. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. That is also a really wonderful message, because we see that sometimes it does get a little difficult if you do encounter setbacks. And some of you, it's setback after setback after setback, but it's making you so much stronger. It's making you so much wiser. It's giving you so much more knowledge than you wouldn't have had otherwise. And you can also look at it in terms of like, okay, I don't have to deal with that again. I've learned that lesson. I've let all that energy go. I've released it, and I'm healed, I'm whole, I'm complete, and I've moved on. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have? So we have divine in the fence, you setting healthy boundaries and knowing that your inner self is supported by those boundaries and your protection. Okay, so this is definitely about setting healthy boundaries. So if you feel like that is part of the process, and that may be why you feel like in some cases you do encounter just consistent setbacks here. So that could be relationship-wise or in some sort of family situation that you may be feeling that way. So there is a strong message here that if you feel like that's appropriate, absolutely do that. It is important as spiritual beings, because we are here spreading a lot of unconditional love and light, and not everyone is in the place where they can just be appreciative and not take and take and take and take and not give back. So where you feel like it is appropriate to set those healthy boundaries, absolutely do that. And I was watching something earlier where someone was saying that, others' karma is not yours to take on, right? You have your own that you're here to work through, and the experiences that you design for yourself. So I feel like setting those healthy boundaries is allowing you to refrain from taking on everybody else's problems and trying to fix them. As a part of that process, you can focus on your own enlightenment, your own experiences, your own lessons. Okay. So let's see, where else? Let's get another one. What else? We have yes and no. You are always allowed to say the word no, even to people that you love. To say yes at all times may lead to exhaustion and mental fatigue. So know that you can help others, but you also preserve your energy. I love that. We just said that. And that is so funny that both of these came out with the same message. Set your boundaries and say no when it is appropriate for you. All right. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I'm going to get a couple more oracles here. Let's get cards. Let's get some guidance here. So we do have the Knight of Swords. So you taking a really direct and courageous approach here and standing up for yourself, and again, setting those boundaries, speaking your truth is what you're being guided to do. And also this can sometimes be sort of this delusion of like a knight in shining armor. So it's like you don't have to be all things to everybody. All you have to be is your authentic self. And if part of that inspires you to help and support others and be there for others, that is wonderful. It likely does. It likely does. However, again, you know, there is a place and a moment where you may have designed experiences and lessons for yourself to learn, as far as valuing yourself and your contribution and the work that you do and the unconditional love that you give in a way that also ensures that others don't take advantage of that. And that can be done in part by setting those boundaries and saying no when it doesn't feel good to you. All right, so we also have the Nine of Pentacles here. Wonderful. So you working towards that emotional fulfillment here as well. So you like standing in your power and making your emotional satisfaction, happiness, and fulfillment a priority. And really focusing on the things that are going to lead to that. More confirmation here. And this is also indicating you shifting your consciousness here. So this could be you just evolving to a more spiritual being, more enlightened. And this is all aligning because it's really like a part of this process and flow. So you setting those boundaries, not taking on others' karma, is allowing you to actually place the focus where it should be, and that is on you and your growth and your advancement and your lessons. So this is allowing you to do that, to be more focused on growing yourself. And what else? So we also have the Eight of Cups here as well. So you are walking towards what is fulfilling you and letting go and releasing any burdens in that process. So you are really focused on like, what's important to me? What is it that I want? What is it that I value? That's wonderful. Let's get some oracles. So your life path with passion and saying yes. Wonderful. We just said that. You're walking more towards what fulfills you and what your purpose is. And this is really that confirmation of that like, yes, that is your path. When it feels good to you, when you just know it's right, you don't need anybody to tell you otherwise, then it is absolutely for you. All right. And we also have Homeward Traveler with completion, reunion, and return. Wonderful. So I feel like some of you may channel other beings from other dimensions, or you may connect with higher dimensions in some way. But I do feel like, some of you may also have out-of-body experiences as well. So this is like a more advanced level of spirituality in some way or another. So any of those things that I mentioned, or also being psychic, being a medium, just any way, if you feel like you have a higher level connection to source, to your higher self and the divine, then you absolutely do. And this is just coming out as that confirmation, and it is going to assist you in some way as a part of this journey here. So you may receive some activations, some codes. You may receive some additional messages here, and also signs and synchronicities as well this month. Interesting. Okay, so I think we are going to leave it here. Aquarius, thank you so much for watching. Have a great month.